Trump's aide has hit out at India once again. Russian oil trade barbs flying thick and fast. Peter Navarro again says President Trump's 50% tariffs on Indian imports are now in effect. This isn't just about India's unfair trade. It's about cutting off the financial lifeline India has extended to Putin's war machine. Once again, suggesting that India is the reason why both countries, in a sense, are able to sustain that war. American consumers buy Indian goods while India keeps out US exports through high tariffs and non-tariff barriers. India uses our dollars to buy discounted Russian crude. Indian refiners with their silent Russian partners refine and flip the black market oil for big profits in the international market, while Russia pockets hard currency to fund its war on Ukraine. Before Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Russian oil made up less than 1% of India's imports. Today, over 30%, more than 1.5 million barrels a day. The surge isn't driven by domestic demand. It's driven by Indian profiteers and carries an added price of blood and devastation in Ukraine. I'm going to go straight across to Pranay Upadhyay for more details this morning. Again, we have these statements coming in from Peter Navarro. He's in fact called this Modi's war today, once again reiterating the fact that it is because of India's financial help that has been extended to Russia, and that's the reason how this war has, been sustained for years together. Completely, Pranay, ignoring the fact that India is not the only country that continues to do business with Russia. US continues, isn't it?
Indeed, Neha. And if you see the social media timeline of Peter Navarro since 2020, I have personally myself checked his social media timeline, and one can make out that he has been critical about India. He has been critical about Prime Minister Modi as well. And we even when India faced the Galwan situation, India faced the difficult situation on borders and during the COVID, Peter Navarro has been making the critical tweets or critical social media posts about India. So here again, Peter Navarro is trying to justify his position and his argument, because he and in fact President Donald Trump, his administration is being criticized and their policies are being discussed in the US media. Many analysts are calling that what President Donald Trump and his administration is doing is actually causing a damage to the hard work of many years of US diplomacy to build a relation with India and build a strategic partnership. But that strategic partnership is being disturbed and derailed now through these policies. So I think Peter Navarro is trying to justify the stance. You have rightly pointed out that on one side there is China, which is the largest importer of Russian oil, but US remains silent as far as the China is concerned. They have been extended the 90 days, the additional 90 days. It will be around 180 days tariff rules with China. They are negotiating with China. They are conceding with China. President Donald Trump himself has accepted that even if he wants, he cannot, cause the damages or cannot put those kind of pressures on China, because it could hurt the US economy. So clearly here that they are trying to find a scapegoat. And they found India as a scapegoat in this case, because on one side we cannot forget that President Vladimir Putin, in presence of President Donald Trump himself, has said that there has been 20% increase in the bilateral trade of Russia and United States since President Donald Trump came to office.
Well, I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. Pranay Upadhyay getting us up to speed with those details as far as the latest statements from the Trump administration there is concerned, reiterating what they've been saying for days together as far as India is concerned. This is in fact a further escalation of the trade tariff war that we've been seeing. US clearly rattled with India's response to Trump's sanctions. White House trade advisor has made it evident. Peter Navarro ramped up his criticism of India's Russian oil imports, accusing New Delhi of financing Russia's war in Ukraine and dubbing the conflict as Modi's war.